Hey, Juan Delta One here. We're going to try this again, shooting in the previous format that we were doing. The last one updated or uploaded the way it was supposed to. We're going to try it this way. Basically, today's Thursday. Tomorrow morning, we'll be calling to get the salvage inspection scheduled. Not done, scheduled. Today, my keys came in for the truck. I found my first flaw in the Autel BT, and it is programming the Mopar. I guess it's GQT. I think it's a GQT class key fobs, which is what the keys on this truck use. It will not program it. It will replace the key receiver. It will replace the body control module that the keys work with, but it will not program the fob key. Fortunately, I have my my YTech. The YTech programmed it seemingly, in the less time that it took the Autel to throw the failure message, I programmed 2 keys in the time it took to throw the one error message for trying to program 1 key. But I've got 2 keys now. Well, 3 keys now. I bought 2. I have the one I'm using now to drive with. I have one that I keep at home, and I have one somewhere outside of the truck. Yes, it's in something to keep it from getting wet. So it is. I have a spare key. One if that key does get messed up, or the key I have. I don't usually keep the key on me when I go to work because of the way this ignition module is a prone issue of failing on these trucks. I'm not going to throw keys onto that ignition module or that ignition fob because I don't want to break it. And that's really the way I have got to strap that thing down. I don't want to strap it down because I have to clean it off for the inspection, and when I clean it off for the inspection, I'm going to do a bed liner in it. Oh my God, the train. Well, it's the passenger train anyway, so it shouldn't be that long. And they usually go roughly, I want to say 45 miles an hour through the tracks. They don't stop. Like literally, unlike the freight trains that come through that will stop or slow down every single time it gets to an intersection that has a train track with the lights. The train that does the passenger trains do not stop. They do not slow down. They do not pass go. They go straight through hell. They do not care what's in front of them. Sometimes they'll get to the light just as they'll get to the intersection before the light even gets the gate all the way down. But anyway, I now have my 3 keys that go to this truck. I am really going to strap that thing down. I really am now. Which I don't even think that's what's moving around. It's more, I got to look in the back when it doesn't. It may not be that. It may be the exhaust, which I have to take to the salvage yard. The truck does throw a random CAN bus off performance code. But it's never an active code. It's a short-term code. Again, that's when I hit like really hard bumps and it jostles the truck. And again, that's because of the dash harness is being used and it needs to have a brand new one. But again, it throws the code and then it goes back to stored. It's never enough to cause the truck to shut down or anything, primarily because what's causing the CAN bus failure not CAN bus failure, it's causing the CAN bus off performance code is not directly connected to the PCM or the transmission or the steering wheel control module or the ABS. So essentially, if it does fail, it won't actually kill the truck. What it'll do is I'll lose stuff inside of the truck. Like I'll lose the radio, I'll lose the I won't lose it, but I'll show CAN bus failure on the instrument clusters. My door windows might not work. AC may not work, stuff like that. Because the gear shifter work dependent and independently of the transmission, I won't be able to shift out of drive, or I may not be able to get the key out of the ignition, but the truck will still drive and it's in that state. So there's no worry about it, you know, me being at a light and it dying and I'd be sitting there, or me driving down the road and it dying, anything like that. No. Now, if I have a complete CAN bus failure, that's completely different. A complete CAN bus failure still technically won't kill the truck. I say technically, but you know, there's always those cases where that can happen. But that's where we're at right now. We're gonna call tomorrow morning and schedule the inspection. I guess you guys were staring at the roof the entire time, weren't you? We're gonna call to get the inspection registered, and then we can finish getting our paperwork. The paperwork, as far as what I have and that I can have, is done. The only things I haven't done yet is I haven't copied the title 2 more times, and I haven't, well, there's a sheet that I have to write out, which I have typed it out, and it just has to be notarized. I haven't signed it because that needs to be, I have to sign it in front of a notary 3 times, by the way. It's basically stating that I have completed all of the work myself without any assistance from a shop or anything, and I provided the receipts that I've used. The issue that I have with my truck is that my truck didn't have anything replaced or reused that required a VIN number. In most cases, you have to supply a VIN number with all of your components. Like none of my airbags got replaced. I don't know where you're going. That is not a road, my friend. But the only thing that's the exhaust. The only thing that did get replaced would be the seat belt, but the seat belt, I ended up replacing with the same housing, so that's not on the agenda, or not on the sheet that you have to put in for VIN numbers. It wouldn't matter anyway because it's the same VIN number. But again, there's nothing I replaced on the truck that needs a VIN number. I disassembled the engine and cleaned it out and put new gaskets in it, but there's no need to put the VIN number on it because the transmission and engine are the same. I haven't done anything that requires me having to, you know, outright just replace anything or requires a VIN number. I'm trying to see if I have to park. Can I park here? Oh, there's USDA. Nope. So I got to park toward the end, which I don't like parking toward the end because toward the end is kind of difficult to get out of when you park here. Because when you park, you're parking really close to the gate, and you don't essentially have the option to just pull out like I normally do. You always have to. You always have to pull out, do a K turn, do a Y turn, all that fancy stuff. And then on top of that, I have to park so close to where the actual entrance is. But, you know, what can you do? That's where we're at right now. I'm gonna go in for work. Hopefully, if this one does upload, I will go back and actually doing topics and actually switch over to doing my intro and outros, because I found my camera again. I pointed over there and the camera's right there. But I found my other camera. I didn't find my action camera, but I found one of my action camera. I found my drift, but I didn't find my other one. So I can start recording with that one now. If this one uploads like this. If this one, no, well, whether this one uploads or not, it doesn't matter because the drift will have a different format, so it doesn't matter. But if this works out, I can do my to and from work drives with you guys, and I can upload it as it happens. So, crossing the fingers. Now it's time to step.